Okay, hey everybody, welcome to the presentation. We're actually talking about some of the latest news stories and statistics that came out this past week about how the holiday shopping has gone thus far. We're talking like Black Friday sales. We're going to talk Thanksgiving sales because that is actually a thing now, right? Stores aren't all closed on Thanksgiving like they once were. And then we're going to talk about Cyber Monday sales as well. So some of you guys, before we started the presentation, mentioned that you'd seen some of the stats. Well, I want to show you guys some of the news articles that have come out. I've been watching really closely, and a lot of people do, especially the financial community, watches really closely to see what the numbers are like for Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales, because that ends up being a really good barometer to how the economy is doing, or at least that's one area they look at to evaluate how strong the economy is right now here in the United States. I guess they assume if people are spending money and people are shopping, that the economy can't be all that bad, right? So there were some interesting stats that came out. I'm just curious of you guys that are here, how many of you guys were out on Black Friday? Getting up early. A lot of my family did. My wife was up early with a friend. Some of my extended family, they were out on Black Friday. I don't like to go out. I end up staying home with the kids, which I'm 100% okay with. I'll sleep in and be more than happy to get up with the kids. It's sort of the last place I'd want to be. Do you guys did then? Yeah. Some of you guys not so much. Vicky, you say no way. Don't want to fight the crowds. If you've ever seen some of those videos, I saw something come out on YouTube recently about some fights that broke out over shopping. I mean, it's insane. It makes you wonder if we ever if we ever got into like a point where people were actually really starving or really thirsty, how nasty it would be, because you see some of these videos and these people are going crazy over some of these sales. And it's like, hey, it's just you're getting 40% off. Let's relax here, right? But some of those videos are crazy. Well, so here's the thing, guys. Black Friday sales over the past several years have been declining. And I want to read you part of this news story right here. I'm going to send you guys the link so you can look at this in a little more detail later on. Here we go. You guys should get this link. Good, Oliver. You avoided the crowds then. That's the thing I like least about it, right? Just so busy. Okay. So this is from time.com. The title of the story is See Proof. Everybody's doing their Black Friday shopping online now. First paragraph says, looking at the retail sales figures, which I'm going to show you guys here in just a second. But looking at the retail sales figures from this year's Black Friday, you might conclude the annual shopping tradition is dying out. But you'd be wrong. Instead of braving crowded malls and navigating buzzing parking lots, many shoppers are opting instead to spend their money online. While brick-and-mortar Thanksgiving weekend sales are generally down across the board this year, online sales are way up. Adobe, which tracks online sales, estimates retailers saw $11 billion in online sales from Thanksgiving Day through Cyber Monday this year, which according to them is a 15% increase from last year. And guys, last year it was like a 12% increase from the year before. So incrementally, it's getting bigger and bigger. And lots of that online shopping is now happening on mobile devices like smartphones and tablets, which accounted for 28% of online sales this year. Check out the growth in online sales over Thanksgiving weekend on the chart below. Okay, so here's what I wanted to really show you. See if I can click to enlarge this at all. No, it won't let me enlarge it. Hopefully you guys can see. Can you guys see this okay? This graph? So this is online sales numbers we're looking at right now. Back to 2012, they were a little over, a little over combined. These are you can see the different colors here. This is Cyber Monday. This is Black Friday, and the top one is Thanksgiving. What's the trend here, guys? These are online sales. Is it a good time to be on the internet selling? And is that pie growing? It looks like it is, isn't it? Fairly substantially too, at a 15% increase. So you can see year over year, these numbers continue to get better and better. More people are doing online shopping on Thanksgiving too, as you can see. That's been going up pretty substantially over the last few years. I show you these numbers, guys, not for shock value. I don't think any of you guys are surprised by this, are you? I mean, isn't this the way that the world is going in terms of shopping? I remember years ago when cell phones were getting more and more popular, and everybody started to carry them, and there was talk that people were going to be able to shop from their cell phones, and I thought to myself, oh, really? Is that actually going to happen? No, that's not going to happen. And then 10 years later, that's sort of what everybody's doing. This is just the way things are trending. And I like to show this to you guys because even if you're just getting involved in online business over the past couple of years, a lot of times we want to say, we're too late, right? It was too late for us. We should have got involved in this 4 or 5 years ago, and you'd be right. I mean, it would be nice had you gotten involved in this earlier. But the cool thing is with as much competition that's already out there, the pie is growing, right? The pie gets bigger every single year. And so there is going to be room for you guys to take advantage of that. A lot of you guys that are pretty maxed out on eBay and have your websites going right now have seen a little increase in the past few weeks as a result of the holiday shopping. So these are definitely good positive numbers. Let me see if I can bring up this other window right here. See if there's another graph I wanted to show you guys. Black Friday sales down more than 1 billion. Shoppers this year still wanted to get. Let's see. I got to zoom out because this is hard to read. I've got ads going everywhere here. Shoppers this year wanted to get a head start on their holiday gift lists on Black Friday, but overall were less willing to brave the crowds. Sales on Thanksgiving and Black Friday from both fell in stores this year, with a growing amount of people pursuing their discounts online instead. So, Black Friday is not going to go away. I mean, I think there's always going to be people that are going to go out, get in the crowds, do that thing. But those sales are trending more towards the internet. Let me show you another news story that I found. This is from CNBC. It says robust online sales, and I'll send you guys this link too, so you have it. There you go. I'll send it again just to make sure you guys get this. Robust online sales late in the day helped push Cyber Monday revenues to more than $3 billion for the first time, setting a record for a single day of online sales that also topped expectations. So Monday this week was the single biggest internet day of sales ever, right? So we're setting records here. Anyway, I won't go and read through the rest of the story, but bottom line is sales are good right now, and holiday sales aren't even close to over. They say even now 7 of the very best, or 7 out of the, I think they said 7 out of the 10 best shopping days of the entire year are still yet to come in December. So there's still a lot of great shopping to be had. We haven't missed the holiday selling. Over the next 2 or 3 weeks, there's going to be plenty of opportunities for you guys. So take advantage of that. Okay. Now, don't worry if you're sort of new to this or you haven't seen a big influx on your own sales. Just know your first holiday selling season, of course, is going to be your worst, right? A lot of you guys have been learning this over the past few months and have been trying to implement it, and so this isn't going to be your best year for holiday sales. And guess what? After the holidays, January comes and it's going to be busy with health and nutrition type sales, and then we start moving into February, and then it's jewelry for Valentine's Day, and then March, April, May, we're looking at spring, and we're looking at outdoor furniture, outdoor decor. springtime products, sports products, right? And then you're into the summer, and then back to school, onward and upward. So the cycle continues, right? There's always going to be something in season, and so if you don't take advantage of the holidays this year, all is not lost, right? There's plenty of sales to be had through the rest of the year. So keep that in mind too. You should look at it like it's going to be like a really good boost to your sales, but it's not the end all be all. Okay. Now let me show you guys this that I thought was interesting. This came out from eBay on December 1st, and eBay publishes something, and I'm going to send you guys the link to this too. Here comes the link, everybody. This is a Cyber Monday recap from eBay, and it actually shows you and sort of talks about some of their biggest sellers. And I share this with you so you can be clued into what may sell well throughout the remainder of December. The biggest holiday shopping days of the year are happening right now, and data from eBay is revealing all of this season's hottest trends. We're providing several unique ways to visualize this holiday season's hot gift items, including a heat map graphic that you can interact with for custom views of eBay's rich transactional data. I'm going to show you this here in just a second. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Based on data from Cyber Monday, electronics and toys continued to top the list as shoppers went to eBay. eBay sold 7,500 hoverboards. You guys know what I'm talking about when I say that? Let me open this up. These things. If you can get your hands on any of these at a decent price, these are flying off the shelves right now. Have you seen these in action? These hoverboards. This is kind of like this year's favorite toy item for kids, right? Star Wars continued to dominate, with eBay selling more than 19,000 Star Wars related items, which accounted for one every 4.5 seconds. Right, so that's pretty crazy. Star Wars stuff. So if you can get your hands on any Star Wars stuff, those are going to be good sellers over the remainder. And no surprise, right? It's a popular brand anyway, but I think the movie's coming out again here shortly. So on and so forth. It shows you top things in electronics and toys and fashion. You can look through these. I just wanted to make sure you guys were aware of this to look into it in a little more detail. Now let me show you this, which I thought was pretty darn cool. Let me show you. It's this link right here where it says it is found here. So if I click on this link, it's going to take me to this little heat map right here. So it says, from trending toys to the most popular gifts, this interactive holiday map leverages data from eBay. So you can actually put your mouse over any one of these places, and you can see what was selling best. So if I go to Utah, I can see in electronics, an Xbox Live membership card was by far the most popular thing. In fashion, it was this earring set, which I can open up and show you. This one right here, very, very popular. And then in toys, by the way, this toy is popular almost everywhere across the nation. I don't know if you've seen some of the videos about this thing, but people love this. It's the pie in the face game, which is huge right now. So it's just interesting. You can use some of these tools right now to guide your research in what you're trying to sell on eBay. It doesn't have to be all guesswork. There's enough data out here that should guide some of the things that you're doing. So if you want to look in your state, you'll see sort of what's trending. That's for Utah. You could look in Texas. Texas is very similar. You're going to see a lot of things that are trending very similarly. In toys in California, for whatever reason, this item is very popular, it looks like. some sort of a, it's called a quadcopter drone. I haven't seen one of these before. Anyway, these are selling really well. So anyway, hopefully this gives you a little bit of insight into maybe what you can do to continue to take advantage of the holidays. In addition to brighten your outlook a little bit, because internet sales are only going to get better and better. And so what if you just started learning about it in 2015, right? Year after year, this is going to continue, and you guys should be able to take part in it. Okay? All right, well, that's all I wanted to go over. Guys, did you have any lingering eBay questions before I let you to it on this Friday? I'll give you a minute. And if not, that's fine too. Just as a reminder, we'll be doing this next week, same time, same place. By the way, if you've seen eBay's stock price recently, it's just as healthy as ever. They have this big drop right here. I don't know if you can see this. They were kind of mid-year this year selling around $66 a share, so real healthy as a company. And then you can see it's dropped since then all the way to about 30 a share. Well, that's because PayPal split off of eBay. So as a result, that part of their business is somewhere else. So the stock hasn't really dropped that much. It's just that PayPal split off into their own company. Is the map only good for Christmas? I don't know. It's a new map. It's a new map that they came out with, so I don't know. It may be something you get to use after the holidays, but it was just recently developed for the holiday selling. And yeah, I sure can. I can pass on the URL. It's ebayinc.com/holiday. And I'm going to send this out to all of you guys. Clarify that, Oliver. You say, how do you tell whether a big seller is not overloaded on eBay? What do you mean exactly by overloaded? You know, I know some of this stuff that's real popular is also sold by some of your bigger sellers too. So I don't actually believe you should always follow what's, you know, super trendy on eBay, because in a really trendy market like these Xbox Live cards that are selling so well, you know, it's going to be really hard on a drop shipping model to compete there, because those are cards that are based on price, where people are shopping by price, and a drop shipping model doesn't generally get you the best price. So while I think looking at trends is valuable, I don't necessarily think you should always follow those trends, because with really, really big trends, if you're not a first mover in that market, and you're not one of the ones that got into it early on, sometimes it becomes a little bit harder to compete. You can sell just the old run-of-the-mill types of stuff, right? Luggage and backpacks and toys, furniture, decor, you know, all the normal stuff, and still do great without following what's, you know, quote unquote, really trendy at the time. Yeah, and that's hard to say, Oliver. You know, these bigger sellers. I mean, there's going to be so much competition in all of these markets, and that's why I say, I still think your best strategy isn't necessarily to follow these products exactly, but look at maybe like products or similar products, and you'll have some better success there. Unless you have a really great supplier that can get you a screaming deal on some of this stuff, sometimes it does become pretty hard to compete. All right, guys, well, let's finish up. If you guys have any more questions, if I'm your coach, you can email me directly. If not, email your coach, and then we'll be talking about this and other things again next week. same time, same place. We'll see you guys on Friday. Thanks again.